Oh my god. Okay, guys. Now, what better time to do a rant video when I am very, very salty? What better time? What better time? Because they fucking did it again, didn't they? First you ban Aegislash, now you ban Mega Mawile. Well done, and guess what that means? Anyone who knows my showdown name, you will likely never see me playing OU. Really. Now this is a direct call, because I'm pissed. You clowns who voted for Mega Mawile being banned, explain to me why. In one word, besides overpowered, quote-unquote overpowered, why it was banned. Hello? Is there a justifiable reason for this? I'm sorry, if I seem really salty and really upset, I am. Because, honestly, there is no justifiable reason for this I could think of, other than a few butthurt stall players got together, come out of some other people who just moaned about it because they didn't want to predict around it, and it's like, let's ban it, oh, let's do it, oh! Go cry about it, bloody hell. Whiny little babies. I am so... Don't start me on whiny little baby little sneaks, because I got on a real rant. Ugh. Sorry, I'm drinking something very heavy in protein. I might burp a lot. I am... What in the absolute fuck? What in the... I'm beyond speechless. And then the people say, well, and then, because people use the argument, oh, its speed is low, for not banning it. And then the people who moan and whine about it say it should be banned. Oh, I'm going to get Sucker Punch. For one, Sucker Punch is unstabbed, okay? So it's not that strong without a Sword Dance up. For two, if you're a Sub Punch set, it's not that strong, period, to things that actually, are neutral or resistant to it, even though Dark got a buff. And for three, let's think. What walls the Sub Punch set? Let me think. Oh yeah, guys! Of all things that wall it, you know what walls it? Scolipede. Something no one thinks of. No one has enough brain cells in their head to think of. Defensive Landorus T. Like, there are things that can wall it. I don't know why people are moaning and complaining. It's like, shut up. Just shut it. Stuff it down your throat. Just stuff it. Please, stuff those feelings about it being too overpowered back down your throat and be quiet. Honestly, bite your tongue and shut up. Like, no. It's not, honestly, it's not that OP. It's not. It's strong, yes, I'll give it that. It's very strong. I'm not going to argue. But without a Sword Dance, it's not sweeping. It'll pop a lot of holes. Yeah, I'll say that. It'll pop a ton of holes. That's the goddamn point of the thing. It's either meant to pop holes, or mid to late game, it's meant to boost once and crush everything that gets in its way. It's not meant to sit there and just be like this little thing like, I'm Mawile. It's not meant to sit there and be this tame little creature. Mawile is a monstrosity. Look at the goddamn thing. It's based off of Futukachi, I believe it's called, no Onna, which is a freaking double, like, a woman who grows a second head in, like, Japanese lore. It's some kind of, it's yokai. It's a demon, for God's sake. Do you think it's going to be weak? Hello? It was never meant to be weak. They were probably setting up for a Mega. Who knows? They probably knew the second Megas were introduced. They're like, or the concept, I should say, was thought of. They were like, we're giving Mawile one. That's why a lot of people think Sableye's getting one. Anyone who didn't think it was getting one, come on. I mean, Mawile and Sableye are like the duo, their dynamic duo of 3rd gen. Like, I'm mortified. Like, I am mortified at this. Aegislash, again, is semi-understandable. Even then, it's not. Mawile, no. Stop. No, please. It's called, or because no Sub Punch variants on max speed, or you have enough brain cells in your head to predict them going to it, you make a double into a Rotom. Oh, but wait. Oh, that's that nasty word that no Pokemon player apparently likes anymore. It's called prediction. If you don't want to predict, don't play the goddamn game. Jesus, I'm so sick of it. Any half-decent player knows how to predict. If you can't predict, get the hell out of this game. Go away. I'm serious, because it's getting me very mad that people can actually be like, let's ban this. Because what? Because you people are lazy and want to sit on your hands? Okay, that makes a ton of sense. And believe me, any people who agree to that ban, I would tell it to you straight to your face in real life. I tell you, you're a lazy ass. You're a lazy ass. At this game, you're a lazy ass. There's no logical reason. I mean, I would tell you, believe me. Anything I say on the internet or via text to someone, I'll tell them to their face, believe me. Via text, via Facebook, via this goddamn website, anything. I will say it to someone to their face. Because you people are a couple light bulbs short of a Christmas tree. A little bit. Because, again, it's meant to pop holes. Are people missing the entire goddamn point? Freaking Amoongus can wall a punch variant. Physically defensive Amoongus. Landorus T. Run wash. If you predict and you can burn it, you're perfect. You're fine. Because it doesn't have sword dance. You can't reach sword that attack stat. Huge powers nullified. Done. End of discussion. Oh my goodness gracious. That is ridiculous. Legitimately stupid. Even Skarmory can live a focus punch, whirlwind to sub out. If you set up hazards, they'll keep taking more and more damage. The thing will not want to keep switching in repeatedly to set up more subs because it'll waste its health. It doesn't have the benefit of lefties. It has to hold the Mawilite, for God's sake, to actually, to Mega, I mean, really, make it any bit useful. Because let's say everyone knows this and anyone who disagrees with this, then you're really crazy. Mawile on its own is pretty much useless. It's not that good. Mega Mawile is what makes it just the bee's knees, I guess you could say, if I want to use old-fashioned terms. Mega Mawile is, I will admit, it's a train, but it's meant to be a train. Like I said, it's based off the Futokachi no Onna. It's supposed to be like a two-headed demon woman. That's what it's supposed to be. I should really thank the guy who linked me to that. I never knew it was based off until he linked me to it. Honestly, it's like even a defensive, like a more defensively based baton passing Scolipede can take any hit from it, baton pass boost from it, boost to something else, and then you just like go to like a check to it. You can't counter it necessarily. I'll admit that. It's hard to counter it outright. But there are a few, like Landorus T basically does. Unless it's like randomly Sword Dance Ice Punch, which is just obscenely random. Or like, again, like I said, Scolipede, Rotom Wash. There are a couple other ones that I just can't remember offhand, but there are a couple more that actually can tank it and not mind that much. But Rotom needs to burn it first to actually take player off comfortably. It's like, even Mega Scissor. Focus Punch only does, I think, like 65%. You can roost that off and, like, literally, you can boost once, break sub with BP, and then a +2 BP, if you have some attack investment, will nearly kill it if it's taken a little bit of damage from substitutes and maybe a little bit of entry damage. It'll probably kill it. Because Mega Mawile, most times, don't invest in defense. That's just dumb. Or special defense. They invest mostly in HP and attack, maybe a little in speed, to speed creep on other Mawile, to speed creep on other random things, but you're not going to invest much speed. You're not going to be like, let me make this into a complete other tank. For fuck's sake, Weezing walls it! I'm mortified. Tentacruel to an extent, too. It doesn't like knockoff, but Tentacruel, a physically defensive Tentacruel, can probably take it on fairly alright. It won't like Play Rough. It won't mind Focus Punch as much as Play Rough, but it won't necessarily like either one, but it can take them. Knockoff, as long as it's somehow lost item already, it won't care about knockoff. It won't do shit. Sucker Punch, do a bit, but Skull breaks the sub, and if it's not behind the sub, you burn it, it's done. Once again. Classic. Oh, that's chance. That I admit. That's more chance. That is 50-50. I admit that. That's more of a, you don't want to play the probability game there. That's fine. But, again, even Weezing, almost every Weezing I've ever seen, if I've seen the OU, carry Flamethrower. That 2 KOs it. Hello. Oh, it's really bad. And I will say this too. Heatran doesn't counter that set like it counters a Sword Dance set. It can't take a Focus Punch for its life. I know it can't. I've O-code many a Heatran with that move. But, because none of them run physically defensive. But the thing is, Heatran's still a decent enough check to the Sword Dance sets, because most run Sword Dance, Fire Fang, Sucker Punch, and like Play Rough. What's that going to do to Heatran? A +2 Sucker Punch from full, I think, does 80%, 85, something like that. It doesn't kill it. And then you just destroy it right back. Because Heatran's base defenses are 100-6. That's high. Because a Steel type is meant to be bulky. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I don't understand the logic. It doesn't. That gets, besides other things, can be really salty too. Like people just, ugh. I don't even get it. There's more to this. I wouldn't be this salty. It's just like I think I did with the H/Rain too. I'm salty about something else, so it's coming out in this, which is probably a better way, because I honestly told the person what I'm really feeling and thinking, because I don't know. I'm really, and I'll explain to you, to everyone who's watching this. I'm like, besides, the salt about that, I'm in excruciating pain, and I'll explain why. Okay. Everyone see my foot right here? Okay, everyone see that? You know? Listen to that noise. Okay? Everyone hear? Well, if you couldn't hear it, those are tendons in my ankle. Okay? And they're like hyperextended, basically. They're like, in other words, like uber stretched. And also, say I nearly turned my ankle when I was on like 4-mile run. So that's not good. Because I was running back, I was trying to run as fast as I could, and what ended up happening, which was stupid, I should have just kept my pace, was I turned it like an idiot. So I'm a little, but when you try and run so you don't think about certain things, or certain, I mean, if only, you know, some people need to know the pain they cause other people, like by not being willing to listen, and by not, I'm going to kind of go off a little bit and digress a little bit, like, but not be almost willing to listen and not making the time to. I mean, I'm going to tell everybody something. Get off the Mawilite thing for a sec, like I said. If people don't take time to listen to other people, what's going to end up happening to this world is we are going to be in just a clusterfuck of stupidity, and a clusterfuck of misunderstanding, and a clusterfuck of overall just bad, I guess, feeling, bad vibe. I don't know how to really describe it. And that's what like I said, because sometimes you put yourself through pain, like training very hard, etc., so you don't, like, have to think about something else. You know what I mean? Everyone get me? I'm sure people have done that. You know, you've done things like to, you know, more or like, or higher level or whatever, just so you don't, you know, you sort of lose yourself in that for a while. You don't think about things. You know what I'm saying? Everyone gets that, I'm sure. Even the people who argue that Mega Mawilite should have been banned, I'm sure they can agree to that, let's face it. I mean, if you haven't had that experience, then I don't know how long you've been living, but probably not more than like 9, 10 years, 11 years, because most people, I'd say over 13, 14 and over, have had that experience at least once. You try and almost not fight feeling, but just fight your own, like, you know, if you got something you want to say and someone's not giving you the time to say it and they're just being annoying about it and being ridiculous. I mean, if only, you know, there are a few people who need to know something really important that's pertaining to me, and them not being around to listen is pissing me off. It's like 3 people, and it's really pissing me off. And that's what's getting me sort of, like I said, really. So, again, everyone will have to excuse me if I seem a little more salty than just salty, because I should have that shirt on I did a couple videos ago, because the Mawilite ban does piss me off. That's the Mawilite ban, I should say. I've been saying Mawilite ban this whole time for whatever goddamn reason. It's Mawilite, which is dumb. The thing, again, and you still use Mawilite, I know you. Who the hell cares? The thing is useless without the stone. Unless you want to run some random Life Orb mixed Sheer Force set. It's about the only viable thing to, like, kill Ferrothorns. There's nothing viable about it anymore. And there are better things to do that anyway. Hell, you could trick a Ferrothorn a friggin' Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, make it useless. Because we all know everyone loves Specs Ferrothorn. That's just the next new meta thing. Just like the other day I saw, what did I see? Let me see. Oh, here's the new meta thing I saw. Weakness Policy Credilli. Well done. I'll say it's bulky enough to pull it off. I won't question it completely. But at the same time, no lefties on something that bulky. Well done. I don't care if it gets recover. I don't give a shit. That's dumb. To me, anyway. I don't quite get that. Normally, I try not to critique sets that much. Like, I critiqued Amanda Buzz a couple of vids back, but I try not to, but that was a little bit off-putting. I've seen it on Metagross, I've seen it on Caracasta, that's understandable. I've seen it obviously on Dragonite, I'm sure a lot of people see it on Dragonite because it's fucking annoying. Credilli was a new one, kind of a mindfuck. Kind of a mindfuck for me. Understand. I just don't get it. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, so, you know, not getting... And that's why, so if I'm ever fidgeting around during this little rant of mine, I apologize. I will likely be moving my ankle quite a bit, because it does hurt me like hell right now, and it's really, really freaking painful. Because it's just, again, you do things to take yourself away from the other, like, Again, there's certain things people, like, they don't, and it's annoying when they, somehow find a way to make time for everything and everybody else, but not for you. Especially when you seem to matter and whatever, and it's just, it sucks when you don't feel like you do. And what also sucks is the fact that having really good times with someone, not being able to tell them how fun they actually were, and that you wish that you could do that a lot more if they were willing to. Because I'm just... that's why I'm partly a mess, too, and that's why I'm sort of partly salty about even more about that Mawilite thing. Because, like I said, I miss certain things a lot, like, very much. And it's just, so, if I seem extra kind of, that's probably why. But, yeah. So, yeah, I just wish there was a guy, I'll remember this for so long now, that there was a phrase that I had said, and God knows he remembers it, God knows he cares. It doesn't really seem like it. He's not even giving me a chance to, like I said, hear me out. Just like there are two other people who I really need to tell something to, and they're just not, one of them just hasn't been around, which is understandable. He's been away with, I think, his family or something, or I don't know where the hell he's been. And then this other guy has has basically had a lot of stuff to do with, I think it was his band or something. I don't remember what he had to do. He had to do something. What his band? I don't remember. Something. But it's just, like I said, when someone doesn't, like I said, there are three people. I really want to, like I said, but when they just, it's ridiculous. Like, it's, I can't explain what I was going to say. I can't even think of it now. Like, when you have something, you really just want to say, etc., or whatever, you really, oh, God. I am so tired, guys, in case I wasn't apparent. I apologize. Thursday night I didn't go to bed till really late. I passed out completely because I was, like, mentally drained, but my body wouldn't let me move. And then last night I went to bed at, like, 1, which was a lot better, but even then I'm really tired, so I apologize if I look really drained right now. Because I probably do. My eyes probably look like about as peaked as a camel that's been wandering in the desert for 20 hours. So, yeah, so basically, like I said, it comes down to that. Like I said, the band does get me very salty. It's just, there's so many good hell, Hippowdon, for God's sake. Physically defensive Hippowdon, that's the other check I forgot. There's about 80 million of them, and it's really just ridiculous. I mean, hell, this thing's evolution, Talonflame, lives one unboosted Sucker Punch from Adamant Max Tech Huge Power Mawile if it's at full health, and Flare Blitz can just destroy it, basically. Brain doesn't process why it makes sense to ban it, but you know what, sure. I give even physically defensive Zapdos to a degree, and I say to a degree because a lot of the sets were sub-punch now, and the thing is, Zapdos obviously resists fighting. Knockoff won't do much because it's weak as shit, even with the buff. Play Rough has a chance to miss, which is good, so if it misses, you're good, and you can just Heat Wave or T-Bolt the thing. But the thing, that's a little more situational, I will say. But even then, it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's ban-worthy. So, again, it really, there's three people I just really am, when they seem to like to find time, I just, like, you just, like, so there's a phrase that I told one of these three people, and it went like this. It was, well, shit. And it wasn't that. My computer's zonked out. It was this. And I know this may be a little disorganized. I apologize. I had to log back on. It was this phrase. Because he was leaving my house. And, well, I was like... I mean, it's hard to even say this phrase for me for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like, because it gets me sort of sentimental. I'm like, good time, no matter good times or bad, no matter what kind of strife, I think I found a friend for life. And I really like that phrase. I had heard it. Actually, I hadn't heard it. I think I thought of that phrase myself, honestly. Because I don't remember, I mean, if I did hear it, I don't remember where I heard it. Because I thought, I think I did hear it. Thought of it on my own. That's what I mean. Maybe I did think of it on my own. But I told him that, and it's just, I meant it. And I wish he'd hear me. He's one of the main three. I just really need him to just listen. It's really ridiculous. It's really, really, really upsetting me. It's really, really fucking upsetting me. Oh my god. And that's why, too, like, so I'm hurting. My body is a wreck. It's in shambles. I may look like I'm fine, other than tired, no. So if anyone could hear, that was a minute crack, but that was my ankle again, because that was my tendons. And believe me, it's not fun. And I've had physical therapists, I've had trainers tell me they don't know why I hold my tension there. And that's not tension. You don't hold tension in your tendons. The tendon's hyperextended, which is possible. Look it up. And it's not good. But yeah, guys, like I said, that was sort of, I segued a little bit, but hopefully not too much to anyone's dislike. But yeah, like I said, Mawilite, I highly question. There might be part 2 to this. I don't know. Wow, I'm at 22. Yeah, there might be part 2. It's weird. To ban it is just asinine in my mind, but you know what? People can do what they want, I guess, with that, because I guess the community did vote for it, so. Like I said, I'd say you're a lazy ass. Any of you who voted for it getting banned, because let's face it, I mean, I tell it to your face, because it's a joke. It's a little prediction. Oh, you're good. But whatever. Anyway. Yeah, there might be a part 2 to this. Maybe when I'm less tired, not sure. But, yeah. If that happens. This is MD865, and like I said, free Mawilite, free Aegislash. Those are the new hashtags for me, anyway. That's it. No. So, yeah, like I said. I'm out. Because wow. Wowie zowie.